Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Recently, a viewer asked me, if I have only 5 minutes in the kitchen, what can I make that will make a meal? I wrote to him and I said, not a problem. In fact, I have a perfect dish for you. Actually, this is a dish that I made a couple nights ago. And my wife and I came home late one night and we just want something quick to eat. And my wife said she was very hungry. I told her, don't worry, I will have something ready on the table in about 10 minutes. I went into the refrigerator and I took out some eggs. I beat up the eggs and I seasoned the eggs with some garlic pepper and some of my basic seasoning mix. So I went through my freezer and I found some frozen vegetable and I create a frozen vegetable mix that I'm going to use cook with the eggs. And I took a couple slices of the homemade bread I baked a couple days ago. And I put them in my air fryer and have them toasted. So I'm pretty much ready to cook, and all of this took me a little bit over 4 or 5 minutes. What I'm going to cook is an egg stir-fry dish, and I call it a scrambled. It is probably one of the quickest, if not the quickest, stir-fry dish to make. Because to cook this dish, from the time when you put the eggs into the wok to the time when the dish is ready, takes only about 1 minute and 30 seconds. In the previous video, I talked about what is the best use of frozen vegetable for in stir-fry, and this dish is probably among the best. Because the frozen vegetable blend very well with the egg, it provides a complete meal. Furthermore, you can season the dish in many different ways, both before you cook the dish or afterward. I cook this dish in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. I would like to break down the time in cooking this dish to show you how quickly the dish actually could be cooked. The total cook time of this dish is 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So the first thing I do is that I will heat up the wok before I put the cooking oil. I use a flat-top electric stove, and for this Cuisinart stainless steel wok, it takes me usually about 1 minute to heat the wok up to the temperature that when I put in the oil. I add 2 tablespoons of canola oil. The choice of cooking oil quite often is a personal preference. And many people has asked me in the past why I choose canola oil. And I have my reasons, and I discuss them in some of my other videos. There are many discussions and postings on the social media regarding the pros and cons of canola oil. For example, one viewer wrote me and she told me that the canola oil is toxic and nobody should ever use it. At the same time, there are many postings have indicated that canola oil is probably one of the best and healthiest oil for stir frying. And of course, I believe canola oil is safe and also healthy, otherwise I would not be using it. So it is very much up to personal preference to choose the oil that you want to use. It takes about 1 minute 10 seconds to heat up the oil until it starts to smoke gently. In fact, it is so gentle you cannot see it in the video. I turn down the heat and I let it to smoke for another 15 seconds, and this is the time when I season the wok. And this will create a non-stick cooked surface. I call this method spot seasoning because you season the wok right on the spot. I used 6 eggs to cook this dish. Because this is going to be dinner for my wife and me. To cook this dish correctly, the wok must have a nice non-stick cooked surface. This frozen vegetable mix I put together, and it contains sweet corn, edamame, carrot, peas, and green bean. I used the frozen vegetable directly from the freezer without thawing them first. And this turned out to be the best way for stir-frying frozen vegetables. They will thaw out gradually as it is being cooked with the eggs. This is the best way to retain their texture and flavor. As you can see here, the reason that this dish is called scrambled because I keep folding the egg over the frozen vegetables as you would do with an omelette. At the same time, I scramble the egg lightly. This dish is perfectly for cooking in the wok because you can stir the content very easily. Also, you notice that the eggs do not stick to the surface of the stainless steel wok at all. It means that the wok is well seasoned. And now the dish is done. The actual cook time of this dish is 1 minute and 20 seconds from the time when I add the eggs to the wok. This dish is very versatile because you can garnish the dish with different type of sauces or cheese after you cook the egg. And it can be served with rice or with noodles. In our case, we are going to serve it with some bread and make a sandwich. The total cook time of the dish is 3 minutes 20 seconds. However, the actual cook time is only 1 minute 20 seconds. The other 2 minutes was used for heating up the wok as well as heating up the oil. As I promised my wife that this will be quick, I took less than 10 minutes from the time I entered the kitchen to the time when we sat down to eat. And because the way of how this dish is cooked, it is very fast. It is faster than if you want to fry an egg. And it's definitely faster than making an omelette. But it definitely tastes better than scrambled egg. And by able to introduce the frozen vegetable, you make this a complete meal. So if you want something fast, definitely keep this in mind. I post a video each day to provide practical and efficient tips for people to make home cooking as part of their daily routines. I use my fast cooking system. Home cooking can be creative and fun. And if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep on cooking. I will see you tomorrow.